Have you seen the trailer for The Crow
I
remake?
have.
It's not really a remake, I guess. But have you seen this thing?
It's kind of, yeah, I'd say it's remake, the reboot or whatever.
Reboots, probably.
Yeah, they're supposed to be following the
comic.
comic way more accurately in this one than the Brandon Lee one, which I love that other film very much, very much.
So I'll just tell my initial reaction to this.
I'm interested.
Well, one, love Bill Skarsgård.
Oh yeah, I love that guy.
But I don't know. It felt the trailer it's one of those trailers you see the whole movie in the trailer, which annoys the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, that is true.
But at the same time, he's supposed to be the same character as what we already saw. But I think in the comics, anybody can embody the Crow. It's like a vengeance thing, right?
Yeah, I believe yes.
So why not just make another character? Because having it be the same guy, I'm immediately going to compare it to the Brandon Lee one.
It's hard not to. The stylization, the music, the soundtrack to that thing's so great. Everybody in that movie's so good.
Also, I don't know. Why does Bill Skarsgård have to look like Jared Leto's Joker 2.0?
Oh,
all I guess face tats.
Right, you
come on.
Man, I didn't even think about that. Now I'm going to be thinking about that.
About it. Also, if you haven't noticed, he's got that big eye tattoo.
Yeah.
I saw this in another video. Somebody pointed out there's a face tattooed in one of the eyes is his nipple.
People have way too
Look
much
at the nipple.
time to. But yeah. Okay.
I don't know. It just feels like somebody's like, hey, because I know they've been trying to redo The Crow for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I almost called him Mimosa.
Mimosa, yes.
Jeez.
You can see Jason Mimosa at your next brunch.
Yeah, he was going to do it. I was interested to see how they were going to do that. I guarantee it was going to be the same way. The way that this one's very grunge style, punk grunge style, I guess you would call it.
Yeah. The style's different. The first one was gothic. This is very grunge, but it feels like, hey, The Crow was cool, right? What if we do that, but kind of still John Wick it? I think people are still trying to figure out how to John Wick things.
See, he's. I've watched it a couple of times now. It seems not as quick fighting wise. It's more of a
well, he doesn't have to be
very brute, which I kind of
right, because he can't die.
He can't die. So I like that they did that. He's more of he just takes the hits and then just grabs a hold of you while he's getting the shit kicked at him or stabbed or shot or whatever.
He kind of gets to act like a classic kind of horror villain. He's like a Voorhees or a Michael Myers. He'll just keep coming.
So I found that
doesn't
interesting.
have to be fast. He's like, oh, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
Yes. And I think, and I don't know, I could be completely wrong about this, but as you watch the trailer progress, since they gave us basically the almost the entire film, instead of having the white with the black, which they couldn't really, I think they were kind of worried about doing that with Bill also because he did it, having the white with the, but I noticed he's getting more and more blood on his face, and it's almost like he's got, instead of the white, it's more blood with the black. And I'm like, I kind of like that idea.
It's kind of interesting, I guess. Also, I wonder if they did that for minimalism, since they just tatted him up the rest of the way on his body. They were like, well, if we have him have a white face, he's going to start just looking like a pro wrestler or something.
Yeah. I never read the comic for this, but Danny Houston, who I love, that guy, he seems to be some kind of supernatural-ist type being, which I don't, was that in?
I don't think that was in the Brandon Lee one.
It definitely, that wasn't. Well, there was the one Asian lady that was his kind of girlfriend or whatever, that was, she could see some kind of mystical futures by taking people's eyeballs and cooking them. Remember?
Oh God, no, I don't. It's been a long time.
Oh yeah, she would remove your eyes and throw them on a pan and cook it, and then she could she'd breathe it in and it could see.
Okay, so there's probably precedence for weirdness to be going on.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see what in the hell he's supposed to be. I don't know, man. I liked it. I really did. I know for a fact I'm going to 100% like Brandon Lee's Crow probably more just because I don't know, there's something about that movie. I love everything about it. But this one, I think I'm going to like it and like it like a B plus type deal thing instead. I think I'm going to like it.
I mean, I have an open mind. I just wish that when they do things like this, people would learn their lesson two ways. One, don't over design your character. We don't need more Leto Jokers out there, right?
You have a problem with all the tattoos?
It's just overkill. I know, like I guess like he like is in prison at the beginning, like, and that's where he meets the love of his life. Which what is this co-ed prison?
Yeah, that's what I was
the
wondering.
sleeping situations like?
Yeah.
And then two, like if you're gonna do a reboot or whatever, and you're using a property where it's built in that the Crow could be different people, just make up a new character, name him something else. That
Did
way
they call him Eric in the movie or in the trailer?
I mean,
if they don't call him Eric Draven, then maybe he is a different one.
Well, I think he's Eric Draven though.
I didn't look it up on IMDb.
I heard somebody else say it, so maybe I'm the asshole for believing some other asshole.
Yeah,
but I'll say like I'll see it.
I'm going to have one major complaint though, and if they spend more than 20 to 25 minutes on the love story, I'm going to lose my shit and pan this film into the ground. Just because of that. I could love everything else. Stop doing that shit and stop bringing kids. I didn't see any kids. There probably will be because it can't rain all the time. Oh my God, you don't even get that reference. Remember this, people. Remember.
I'm sure they won't either.
It's Eric Draven's song.
Oh, okay.
One of the lyrics is "It can't rain all," and he says that to her when after he's been resurrected, he sees her in the street, and
that's how she knows.
That's how she knows. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to disagree on. I don't care how long the love story is, unless like, well, it has to go quick because you got to get him to be the Crow. That's what people are there for. But like, you have to buy it a little bit. But it shouldn't overstay its welcome.
Make her pregnant. Make her pregnant. Make him come home. Like the movie starts out, he comes home from getting like cigarettes and because he's all tatted up and beer. Walks in the door. She's slightly pregnant. Hi, sweetie. How you doing today? Gives a little kiss, showing he's endearing, he's loving. Then they come in and murder them and then go.
I think your selective character development needs are hilarious. You're like, love story, don't need it.
I don't.
Other stuff, need it. I need more of it.
I want more. I would like more of. Like, obviously, they show some of the underground or purgatory or hell, whatever the fuck he's supposed to be in, right? When he's down there talking to some guy who's explaining what it is. Give me more of that information. That could be kind of cool to flesh that out a bit. And then how he comes back. Is there a time period? Like, give me something. I know the whole thing. The first one was once he gets all of his revenge, then he basically goes back to die. And why is there a time? There is a time limit, actually. Why is there a time limit on how long he has to save his girlfriend's soul? Like, that makes no sense. She was murdered. What did she do?
I'm not a demon.
Was she an antichrist before she was murdered? I mean, what do you mean save her soul from what? Like, I
don't know. We'll have to see the movie.
I guess so.
What did you think about this trailer? Are you going to see this movie? Yes. Are you? I'm a little tepid on my expectations. Michael's a little more excited. Which spectrum are you on? Let us know in the comments. And like and subscribe. I said it.
You did.
I'm going to kill you and you have to come back and avenge your soul.
Avenge us, yeah. With my time limit.
That's our time. Bye.